Are free weights or machines better for building muscle in the gym? A lot of the old school guys like Arnold and your high school football coach and just your grandpa, he'll tell you free weights all day, every day, and touching machines that can turn you into a woman. A lot of the newer school guys, science-based lifters, like maybe Mike Israetel, if you're familiar with him, Jeff Nippard, a lot of exercise science majors in college, they will lean more towards the machine side of the debate. And at the end of the day, they're both wrong. Look, saying that free weights or machines are better for building muscle, it lacks a lot of nuance. Could one be more right than the other? Potentially. But the amount of factors that go into play in terms of what is better, it's almost insurmountable. Like, you couldn't even, for myself, I would probably have to crunch a lot of numbers to decide which is better. And at the end of the day, only utilizing dumbbells and barbells or only utilizing machines, it's just ludicrous. Assuming you have access to both. Now, if you've got a home gym, you're not going to get 30 different machines unless you've got a huge budget, and more power to you. But you're going to get a squat rack, you're going to get a bench, you're going to get a barbell. Okay, understandable. I'm speaking for people that have access to a standard gym that has a wide variety of machines, that has a bench, that has a barbell, that has dumbbells up to 100 pounds, let's say. So you have access to all this equipment. And the debate is, well, what is better? As if it's black and white. As if I'm going to tell you free weights and you're only going to do free weights, or I'm going to tell you machines and you're only going to do machines. Look, some machines are great. And some machines are great for me and bad for you. For example, leg extensions. Leg extensions are loved by the masses. Even the old school guys that love free weights, you'll see them always hop on a leg extension after a hard leg day. Me personally, I have very good knee mobility and I am very good at squatting deep with heavy weight, relative. Not trying to brag. But the leg extensions do kind of cap me out from going full range of motion. So I don't get that good stretch on my quad because I just have so much more room to go on leg extension. And regardless what, settings I do, I just have a lot more range of motion to go and I'm not under load. So for me personally, I don't like the leg extension. For a lot of people with normal knees, they do like it. I love a lot of chest presses. Any chest press I can find that's a machine, whether it's plate loaded, whether it's incline, whether it's flat, hammer, any chest machine I love. And a lot of guys don't like chest machines because they start too far back or they start too far forward. I love them all. So it is going to be person to person dependent. Now, some machines, they're not built properly. They're built by some nerd that's just crunching numbers and doesn't know how lifting works. They just leave out some of the basics. But for the most part, most machines are going to be great for some people. They're going to be average for a lot of people, and they're going to be kind of iffy for a good chunk of people. And that's the same thing with barbells and free weights. Barbells and dumbbells, excuse me. Some exercises, some people are going to love a barbell with. Some people feel the bench great in their chest. Some people hate doing deadlifts. So it doesn't make sense to say that your workout needs to be all barbell or all machine. If a movement feels great, and at the end of the day, the two things you need to build muscle, number one is to train the muscle, obviously, duh. Number two, to train intensely, duh. And number three, to train with somewhat consistent form and improve. That's all you really need to do. So however you can stimulate the muscle, however you can progressively overload while working your chest through a decent range of motion, it's going to work out. I mean, at the end of the day, it is going to work out. I can pull up some obscure study. There's probably some people who are listening to this and they're going to say, well, actually, technically, when we look at the barbell squat, the hack squat, and the leg press, the hack squat actually outperforms on our EMG studies by 11%. That's phenomenal. The hack squat is going to be better for some people, and it might be better for 58% of the population. It might be better on average, but when I'm talking to an individual, I'm talking to you that's watching the video, it is either better, the hack squat, or it's not better than a barbell back squat. And you're going to find that out by trying both of them a few different times, recording it, making sure everything looks right. And if you get a much better pump, if you feel like you can push yourself a lot closer to failure, and can just give a high intensity in general with the barbell squat, who am I to pull up a study and tell you, well, technically, sir, did you know that this actually isn't the most efficient way to train your quads? The studies are helpful for getting kind of a gauge and a rough estimate and a starting point. If you have, in your personal experience, and not biasly, I know some people go into self-experiments biased, but if you are with an open mind and you're seeking guidance on the form of the exercises, because sometimes an exercise might actually be great for your body style, where your bones are at, where your muscles are at, where your mobility is at currently. Some movements actually might be great, you just might not have the form down. But if you're willing to try these different exercises and tweak the form a little bit, watch some YouTube videos, kind of get a good gist on what the form should look like, and record yourself, and it's still not working, throw the studies out the window. They're completely irrelevant. Machines are better. Okay, cool. Look, a lot of machines I do love, as I've mentioned. Some of them I am too tall for, some of them I'm too short for, some of them I have a lot of mobility in my select body part I'm trying to train, and it stops me short of full ROM. Some of them it's the opposite. Some of them I don't like the starting point, some of them I do. And at the end of the day, it's just going to be up to you. So I just want to reiterate that there is no correct answer. And honestly, for even the individual, there's probably not a correct answer.